When the Sea of Thieves team concluded their Festival of Giving switch-on event in December, they revealed a new Reaper-corrupted orb. What happened next was a series of raids on Sea of Thieves community members and repeat Twitch drops, including Gilded Phoenix pieces and the Mutinous Fist shipset. More importantly, just as in 2021, the orb bestowed upon us a series of lore reveals and teasers for the year ahead in Sea of Thieves. Specifically, they dropped quite a few hints, which has led me and some others to believe that the sequel to the A Pirate's Life Tall Tales could be coming this year. In today's video, I'm going to briefly talk about these teasers and where the story could potentially go, and more importantly, how Tall Tales could even work with the new adventure system for storytelling in Sea of Thieves. Hello pirates, my name is Ellie and I post regular Sea of Thieves videos on this channel. If you want to stay up to date with the game, then remember to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I put up a new video. I also have a Discord server which you can join over at ellieboot.com/discord, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so at elliebootplays. Sea of Thieves did an orb event in 2021, but it was a lot more cryptic in terms of what was revealed. I decided to refresh my memory by watching the video I did on the orb reveals from 2021, and it seems that the reveals covered the events of New Golden Sands and even teased the Reaper's Lair and the Skeleton Curse, all of which happened throughout the course of 2022. During recent interviews, Mike Chapman, creative director, has also openly stated that they're usually about 12 to 18 months ahead in terms of what's being developed and what has already been planned out. And so it stands to reason that they're able to drop teasers quite easily for content spanning the year ahead. So that's the basis for these lore reveals. Now let's get into what they mean for 2023 in Sea of Thieves, and specifically what it means for A Pirate's Life 2. After a short, albeit eventful journey, the orb ends up in the Reaper's hideout lair, and Flameheart Jr. begins to talk to the orb, calling it Voices of Ancients Past. And here comes the first hint towards a possible return to the Disney collaboration.
Welcome to you, voices of ancients past. I see within you, relic. Dead men will always have tales to tell. We are listening.
Dead men will always have tales to tell. We've heard this line before in-game, and many of you will recognise it from the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland. Right at the beginning of the first set of Tall Tales, this line is spoken in the Dead Man's Grotto, and is probably one of the most recognisable lines from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Is this just a throwback or a nod? Personally, I don't think so. Rare are usually very particular about what they say and when they say it, and I just can't believe that they would put something like that into a teaser video that is specifically designed to tease future content without it meaning something. Now, don't get me wrong, I could very well just be wishful thinking, but I really honestly believe that the Disney collaboration is something that they will continue for years to come, and we're probably due the next instalment. In terms of what could actually happen story-wise, there are really a lot of potential possibilities. However, two in particular seem likely. At the end of the final Tall Tale from the Pirate's Life story, Jack Sparrow says he would like to adventure on the Sea of Thieves, but Tia Dalma steps in to say that he has to leave because he made a promise to someone. We don't know who that someone is, all we know is that this someone is female because Calypso says you made her a promise. After this, Jack Sparrow states his intention to return to the Sea of Thieves after he takes care of this unfinished business, and so it wouldn't be a stretch to see Jack Sparrow on our seas again. Maybe we would find out who he made this promise to, what that promise was, and what the trinket he stole was, and if that's even related to this promise in the first place. Another potential storyline could be the Dark Brethren and what they are up to. We last heard from them during the adventure where Merrick had been kidnapped by Amaranta, with an aim to get information. After we intervene and save Merrick, the Dark Brethren say they'll be watching, and then use the veil parting staff they created using the Gold Hoarder to depart back to the Sea of the Damned. There is also the story surrounding the Captain, as the leader of the Dark Brethren. The Captain is a character that is deeply rooted in Sea of Thieves lore. The Captain is a character known for being Flameheart's original captain, and he is the reason that Flameheart Jr. is cursed as a skeleton. I could go into more detail about the lore surrounding the Captain and the potential for him to be Captain Hook, but I think I'll save that for a future video. However, I do think that the Captain and the Dark Brethren as a focus for the story could be a possibility in the future. The Orb did also tease the events of the next adventure and the storyline there, and it looks as though Briggsy will be heavily involved in this year's story arc, and so it'll be very interesting to see how all that ties in going forward. Of course, tall tales are historically how Sea of Thieves tells its stories. However, since the introduction of adventures, the story has been told in small, bite-sized, time-limited pieces. And while this does create an interactive, ever-changing and constantly evolving storyline, it unfortunately creates a problem for players who weren't there during the time of certain major story beats. It also doesn't lend itself well to new players because there's currently no way to really catch up with the story so far in-game. I like the idea of the you had to be there feeling that Rare are going for, but I'm not sure that I'm a fan of the main storyline being told in this way. I'm not really sure that a game that's main campaign is a you had to be there adventure is the right way to go. With that in mind, if a Disney collaboration was to return, you can almost guarantee that it wouldn't be a time-limited set of adventures. It would have to be a similar set of tall tales as last time that were a permanent fixture to the game. Mike Chapman said in their latest podcast that adventures were never supposed to replace tall tales, but that the next set of tall tales would need to be done right and only with the right story. Mike goes on to say that their decision on adventures versus tall tales will always come down to what's right for that particular story. A Disney story would surely tick the boxes for a tall tale edition over a time-limited adventure. However, they did also say that they had no specific plans, but never say never. They could have been bluffing, I suppose. 2 years is about right from a development point of view for larger content updates like Tall Tales, and so it would fit that at some point in mid to late 2023 we could be seeing the addition of more Tall Tales surrounding the Pirate's Life characters. It also makes sense that Rare and Disney would have kept their working relationship going after the success of the first set of Tall Tales. The E3 reveal for A Pirate's Life in 2021 was the first anyone knew about the Disney collaboration, and I would hazard a guess that Rare and Disney would want to keep the same secrecy around any potential continuation of that story. What do you think about Pirate's Life 2 coming this year? Do you think it will happen? Let me know down in the comments. We'll have to wait and see what Rare do this year, but I do feel that it could be one of their best years yet. We're coming up on the 5th anniversary for the game, and I have a feeling that they could do something big, bigger than we've ever seen before. The feature set arriving with seasons does seem to have been increasing each time, and on the back of captaincy in Season 7 and the battle mode for Season 8, I'm very excited for the future of Sea of Thieves going into 2023. If you like this video, then please do leave a like and subscribe for more Sea of Thieves content. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the seas.